All right, here we are sitting in the car. I'm a rapper. Did y'all know that?
I mean, that's a possibility.
It's pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's Eminem quality rap right there.
Oh, I've already. I have a tinfoil hat thing on the Eminem shit, but
Oh, yeah, let's just, oh, good God,
Yeah.
whatever. So anyway, we're here outside the AMC movie theaters because we just got done seeing what? Goosebumps 2? Oh,
no,
it wasn't Goosebumps 2.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be better than. It's already better than Goosebumps 2.
I would assume so. It's
Yeah.
called A House with a Clock in Its Walls, starring Jack Black, a child, and some old lady.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah.
Listen, guys, it's just I'm a comedian, okay?
Well,
You gotta let me comedy, okay?
boo.
Yeah, I'm terrible. But this movie was awesome. But also, we have a special guest today. My wife, Miss Kayley
Yay,
Fisher.
Air horn sounds.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
So, we did just get done seeing. We're outside right now in the parking lot of the AMC Chanel 9 Aplex.
Yo,
And
the promenade.
yeah, the promenade. It's very fancy here. You can
Yeah.
you can get fancy tacos and see a movie with gourmet popcorn in the theater.
Which they get some pretty awesome gourmet popcorn. So
That's true. I had the spicy and you had the
caramel.
the
which the only complaint of the caramel is there's just too much caramel.
Way
Like, it was
too-
great,
dude.
but
I
I
had
just like I got a quarter way through it. I'm like, I can't.
I had like 6 pieces and my stomach still hurts. But anyway, let's get on to this movie because I don't know what to say or think or feel about this fucking film.
The trailers are misleading as always.
The trailers are unbelievably misleading, and this is not at all what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, they wrote
so-
the PG hard.
Oh, they wrote PG hard, but also at times they didn't. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like there was some super kid moments inside of this almost full-blown adult film. Not
Well-
adult film like...
Well, for starters, before we got to see this film, they played the full.
Oh! Yeah, okay, let's start there. Go.
Yeah.
Okay. you
Yeah, because
say
they played the full Thriller video, the
In?
Michael Jackson Thriller,
it. In?
in fucking 3D.
Yes.
Which was pretty dope. I was actually impressed by a video that's how old?
The 80s.
Yeah, like, and they just put 3D technology on that, and it looks better than most of the shit they're putting out now.
Actually, the opening scene, I was like, why the fuck can't the movies look like this?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, what'd you think, babe?
Well, the quality of it was really good. It really was good. There were points of when the video was, going on, I was just like yelling and screaming because it was just like right there. It was so cool.
It was the kind of 3D that pops out of the screen. It's just like right in your face. Like I could see you reaching up and trying to grab the letters. It was pretty cool. That was a nice treat, man. First Halloween movie of the year for us.
I just don't know if I would feel comfortable like taking my 8-year-old to see the full Thriller video, because like that first scene, like, for Thriller is pretty intense.
It's pretty intense, but I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Maybe not the littlest one, but definitely
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think Lexi can.
she'd be fine.
Yeah.
She can handle it. She's a trooper. But so let's get into the movie. The movie was A House with a Clock in Its Wall, starring. Do you have it pulled up?
No, I have Predator. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Jack Black.
Well, I want to know the kid's name.
Oh, okay.
We already said the 2 adults. I was
Yeah,
thinking of
yeah.
the kid.
A House with a Clock in Its Walls.
I will go into. No, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It was pretty damn decent. I felt like it had a few flaws, like any movie would, but there was just a few points. I think the other kid actor can suck an ass.
Well, he just seems like he might be an asshole in real life.
Well, he was just bad. He was
Yeah.
it was just bad. Every time he was on screen, it was just like, okay, let's get this kid off screen. And his name is Owen Vaccaro. Okay,
Yeah.
he's cool. He actually did really good, man.
Yeah, I was digging it.
Yeah,
He had an ugly ass cry face though.
yeah, that is.
But it kind of had that realness to it. I thought like that scream was like the high pitched scream you hear of like an actual child.
right. Yes, his scary scenes were actually kind of scary, and they give him enough backstory that you kind of actually care about him a little bit. I know.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what'd you think, Kaylee, overall?
Well, there were points of it where I saw myself as a little kid, and there was a lot of like bullying and stuff like that, and it kind of hit home there. But as far as the acting goes, it was outstanding. I think there were points of the movie where I was really, sad, and there were points of the movie where I was just like howling with laughter. So like it was good feel good film.
It is a good feel good film, kind of John Hughesy, but a little bit strange. This movie's weirder than I ever thought or could have.
Right. I was I was not prepared.
I wasn't prepared either, dude.
There's a couple scenes where once you see him, you're just like, yep.
There is shit in this movie
Go.
that once you see, you can't unsee it, and you're forever stranger for having seen it. They definitely pull the weird cards. They don't hold any punches. They let all the weird shit just fly.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of the weird shit was also it fit the movie well.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Man, y'all are exciting.
Yeah, the most exciting.
I really enjoyed the selection of actors that they chose. Like, I really like what's her name?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. I really, really enjoy
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett.
I felt like they dropped the ball towards the end with her, though.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the only. There's only like two little gripes I have with this one, and I think that one is it because she was, quite possibly the stronger actor in the film. Jack Black was being Jack Black. There's even a part, and this isn't a spoiler. There's a part where he's whistling one of his songs from Tenacious D. Did you catch that?
I did not.
Yeah. So there's like a cameo of a song that's from his movie.
And I want to say they had a little hat tip to his Goosebumps movie too, though.
They did. Yeah, there was a bunch of the antlers to this
Yeah.
in this film where they were just like, here's a nod, which was cool. And, most people would probably just gloss right over it, especially if you never even saw the Tenacious D movie, Pick of
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
So,
But there's another thing I did like about this movie. Sorry to like
no, it's cool. Go.
butt on in, but they don't really give you a specified year, really.
That's what I leaned over and asked her. I was like, what year is this movie in?
Because I mean, like they talk about past events, like it was more recent, and like the characters they went through certain stuff. So I mean,
Well, the war they were talking about was World War II, so I'm
Yes.
only imagining that this movie took place sometime in the 50s because they went to a soda shop.
yeah.
They-
That
They had Ovaltine. They had the costume choices that they wore. Like just the entire like setting pretty much was, yeah, exactly.
even the
Mhm.
soundtrack.
Yes, the soundtrack, absolutely.
I thought that was a really nice touch that they didn't try to modernize the soundtrack to this.
Yes, exactly. And one of the little boy's accessories was little, motorcycle, airplane goggles.
Kind of Amelia Earhart goggles.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the 50s, early 50s.
Oh, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, because if he came back from a war and then it was only a year, I'm trying to do the math here. It'd been
Well, if we came back from the war and only been here, it'd been late 40s.
so it'd have
like,
been
if
like
you break-
49 maybe.
Yeah. We could pretty
Well,
much
because
say-
they didn't say how long it took till he got back. They just said he showed up one day.
Yeah, this is true. But
So-
the style of car Jack Black's character drives. And,
Well, that was a 30s model.
Well, yeah, but even the school, how it was constructed, you can tell.
Yeah, I'm going to say early 50s.
Yeah, for sure.
Possibly 49, but I'm going to say early 50s.
Perfect Halloween film, though.
You think so? Good for kids.
Oh, definitely good for kids and just everyone. Family film.
I know she was howling with laughter.
Oh, and you can always hear Kaylee's cackle.
Oh
It's
my
one of my favorite
God.
things.
It is. Everyone in the theater, when she would laugh more because of her fucking cackling hyena.
Like you're already
Just-
gonna laugh at the scene, but no, like Kaylee's just like mwah.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me put a touch of crazy on this. Oh, man. But overall, I would give this like a solid, I'm going to say like a B. I'd give it like a B. What do you say?
man, I'm not being too critical, but like it's a high C plus, really.
You think so? Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll give it that because there
Like-
were some definite. I feel like also the film is about 20 minutes too long.
I felt the exact same way about that. Like I thought it was longer than what it should have been.
Well,
There's that scene after the right before the third act when shit really starts to pop off.
Yeah.
That took just like, why is this even in the movie? Like,
Well, it had so much steam going into it that
Yeah.
the ending. Not saying the ending's bad, it just
it doesn't live up to
a little
the
lackluster.
it doesn't live up to the third act hype that it starts
For
out.
sure.
Like
All
it
the
starts
suspense.
hype as fuck, and then just kind of goes, all right, shit. This movie's 3 hours. Let's actually, what is the runtime?
I think it's like an hour 47.
Mm,
So it's
yeah.
pretty long for a kids movie. Though,
should-
for
it should-
PG.
It should have been hour and a half or less
Yeah.
for sure.
But it definitely still like kept my attention. Like
It did. You didn't like lose focus.
no, I didn't. Like I didn't lose focus at all. Like it kept my attention the entire time.
Well, that's good. I did lose focus in that lull part. I started looking at the ceiling and seeing if there was anybody else in the theater. But other than that, honestly, other than that one spot, it was super funny. I had a great time. It was definitely worth price of admission since our price of admission is basically zero.
I mean, there's a little mathing involved, but it's like pennies on the dollar, pretty much.
Yeah, it would be a $15 ticket per person. Me and Kaylee would have spent plus concessions would have been $47 tonight,
Yeah.
and that was
Easy.
basically nothing. Basically nothing. We spent $10 on concessions for the two of us.
Yeah.
But okay, so what do you give it, babe?
I don't know. I honestly feel like it was a high B for me, but the way my brain works is a lot different than the two of yours. So I'm very easily entertained, and that was very entertaining.
It had a lot of, I want to say, funny kid slapstick. Like that's where a lot of the jokes land. Is it's like those sudden bursts of energy jokes, where
Yeah.
it's more relying on the physicality more than the joke itself. It's a very physical style of humor, which is kind of a. If you had to relate it, it'd be kind of like Melissa McCarthy-ish, Jack Black-ish. You know, you fall down, ha 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 ha.
Well, I mean,
there's-
it's got the sorry.
It's okay. You can
Go
first.
for it.
It was like very like stupid humor. Like I love that kind of humor. Like it's like my favorite.
What about the baby scene?
Oh my god. Like I've never laughed so hard at anything in my life.
It was pretty good, dude. I was just like, I looked over at Alliance, and he was just like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's not bad, dude. I don't think I'd go see it again in the theater, but I would definitely give it another try when it comes out. Maybe what's the VOD, you know, Netflix or something like
Yeah.
that, or I'd probably even buy it.
Hey, so a little fun fact on the kid actor in this. He's his first role he was in he did was in Daddy's Home.
Oh
That's where I've
shit!
seen him. Yeah,
He is the little boy in Daddy's
yeah.
Home.
So that was his first acting gig. Though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, wait, never mind. There's
What?
one more before that, but I think it's foreign indie film.
Mm.
Yeah, that seems more.
Some sort of independent film. Well, that's where a
Yeah.
lot of these kids are coming from, man. They're that independent film circuit, and I gotta say, dude, it seems like the recent couple of years, kid actors seem to be outpacing adult actors as far as new ones coming into the market that are incredibly talented.
Well, I mean, they're kind of stepping the. There's a lot of child actors out there.
The
that are stepping it up.
Stranger Things kids. You
Yeah.
know, Millie, she's in the new Godzilla movie that's coming out.
Oh boy.
And then obviously Stranger Things season 3. Just what was that other film? Oh, It. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
The child actors in It were fucking incredible.
Some of the best dialogue I've heard in horror movies.
Oh, dude.
Yep. Well, yeah, I guess you call it a horror movie.
I mean, it's a horror movie to me. It scared the shit out of me, that fucking clown ass. But this movie, no clowns, more wizardry. It's basically like, it is like a Goosebumpsy film mixed with kind of like a, what's the word? Almost kind of Harry Potter style kind of vibe. Lots of wand magic and,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's.
but silly, campy,
Yeah.
very, very silly. This movie's very much for kids. If you have a 5-year-old little boy, he's gonna love this film like 1,000%. I think.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't try to explain the like how the magic works and stuff like that. They kind of just let the movie play out, and they're letting you pick up on the cues. So.
Right. Well, I think they just don't explain it because kids aren't. They're not in
Well, I
it
mean,
to
you're
free
not
explanation.
I mean, yeah.
They're just like, here's a fucking silly film. Let's have some weird grass dragon or whatever that thing was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hedge, I guess.
I'm not sure.
What's the thing that when
Not
you
Pegasus.
you do the decorative cutting on the bushes?
Right. I don't know.
But it was a griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah.
That's the word. Jesus Christ.
It was a bush griffin. Yeah.
A bush griffin. A
bush
griffin.
griffin.
Griffin bush, like Gryffindor, but with a bush. So, okay. Last question: would you buy it to own it?
Man, that would be. That's a strong maybe.
I'll go maybe as well, with a nod to I'd probably pick it up on a Christmas sale.
Yeah, definitely, and not saying it's a bad movie, but
It's definitely one that I would watch on Netflix. If it was on Netflix, I would watch that movie probably a lot.
So you think when it comes out, you won't be like, babe, buy me this?
I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Okay. Well, the other one, I don't know that Kayley can chime in on at all, but the other movie we're going to review tonight is the not a remake, but a direct trilogy to the first two.
You call it's the Predator, the 2018 film, but you can pretty much call it Predator 3,
right?
Because
well, isn't that what it's supposed to be? Isn't that like
I feel
in
like
the?
It is, yeah.
Well, wasn't that like part of their statement? Like this is a direct sequel to the second one. We're gonna actually pick up parts of the story, and it's gonna be linear, not sitting on top of.
Well, I mean, the director.
He was in the first one.
Yeah, he was Hawkins.
Shane Black.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so the movie takes place in basically now times. A group of mercenary killers are. It's actually I found that part to be kind of weak how they all met up. They all meet.
I think they could have done it. It could have been a lot stronger.
Could have been a lot more suspenseful because I honestly, dude, the first like 5-10 minutes, I was like, oh shit,
yes,
this movie's gonna be awesome. And then it starts getting real kind of like draggy. And then there's I actually really like the part where what was it, the doctor, they find the predator, and then there's a doctor that what was her name? Who played the doctor? She was in something.
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn, that's it.
Yeah.
And she's in this shower scene, like she can't leave, and all of a sudden the predator's in the room with her, and this isn't just a normal predator. This thing's like, what is it, 11 feet?
Well, you're talking about the one that you see in the trailer?
Yes.
The same scene with
yes.
Olivia Munn. Man, that's like a solid like 8 to 9 feet, but it's like a brick shithouse of
predatorness. Yeah, dude, that thing is so fucking scary, terrifying.
Which I was impressed with how they made the fucking predator look, though.
I was too, man. It was very classic, kind of genre driven. Like they had a lot of darkness to him.
Yeah,
like he had his like, I don't know what you'd call that, his mandibles.
Yeah,
his crazy jaw, tooth things. The detail they added to like his body armor and his legs and all that stuff was sick. I think the only thing this film, I mean, I get why people don't like it.
I get why they don't like it.
Like,
but if you like, I know it's been since like '87, but like, I was planning on watching both the old Predator movies
just to kind of have some context.
But even just watching the first one, man, like it's like you kind of know what you're going into. Like if you're a fan of the series,
right?
Like, oh, but the comic books, like, well, it came from a movie. I feel like
it did come from the movies.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they said.
Yeah,
I don't think they ever
But-
said anything about the.
But I know that like the comic books got a little darker, a little more graphic and gory.
Well, this film didn't. I mean, it wasn't like
Oh,
the
it
most
did-
gory shit, but it fucking.
Oh, it kept up to par.
Yeah, you're gonna have some nightmares if you're easily queasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I actually like that part of it, but also I think a lot of the stupid shit was the kid. The kid in this one, like he did a really good job acting, but I think his role was just kind of.
Well, it was.
I don't even want to get into it because I don't want to spoil it, but he has like he has a
It's part awareness.
it's part of him that he can sense things and he knows things, and it's just like, really,
Well, it's not necessarily that.
I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, only way I can describe it's going to kind of give away what his character like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's how silly it is, though. I didn't like that part.
It's one of those kind of awareness for something that's happening in real life.
Yeah, but whatever. Like
Yeah.
we didn't need it in the fucking Predator
No,
film.
they could honestly they could just axe the kid.
And the fact that it goes from like that baller ass beginning to like that weak ass middle part, and then it tries to finish strong. I feel like they did try to finish really, really strong.
Well, I mean, like you get all the scene and up to the point where the pinnacle where now the humans have banded together because they have to, because now the predators it is hunting them now.
Right.
And like if I hate you, I don't hate you, like it doesn't matter, like we gotta work together or we're gonna fucking die.
Yes.
Type thing. And it
Except for it's the one asshole that you want to die. So like they kind of throw him on top of the other.
well his death was just so fucking quick, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's so strange how this movie picks up. It opens hard, and then the middle is kind of like whatever, and then
Yeah.
there's like some really good scenes though, and then the ending it tries to do a good ending, and then it kind of I don't know jumps the shark. It kind of like goes a little too hard in the paint, and then you're kind of just like, huh. But I will tell you what made me have the most fun with this film is it is funny as fuck. I'm telling you, man, I think this movie might be. It's up there with Deadpool for me, like Deadpool 2, not Deadpool 1. Deadpool 1's a fucking masterpiece.
Well, I mean, it's the first of its kind.
But
I mean just comparing to the other movie we just talked about, the top build class, it had some pretty heavy hitters for what it for. Their
yeah,
day.
who was in it?
Man, you had Keegan Michael.
He was fucking hilarious.
Oh, I loved his character.
Dude, his character was my favorite one, and his. Okay, so they basically everybody knows everybody fucking dies. It's just part of these films.
Yeah.
But the way him and his
Thomas Jane is actually his
war buddy,
yeah, his like it would be
his counterpart.
yeah.
The way those two go out is just fucking ludicrous. And
Yes.
if you have that sense of humor, you will just be like, I was the only one laughing in my theater. I saw it the IMAX here, and it was so full of people, and I was the only guy laughing at that scene. And I was just like, y'all fucking suck, dude. That was funny.
But Sterling K. Brown was in this too, which I think he's been around for a little bit, but
I do believe so, yeah.
yeah, but for like bigger silver screen shit, for like bigger roles, I thought he did pretty good because he was Black Panther's
Well, there's your massive silver screen role, but I think
he only had like 15 minutes of screen time. if
still,
that.
bitch.
Well, no, like 5.
How long were you in Black Panther?
0.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's not my job either.
Well, it could be, and it's not because you're not trying hard enough. Now
Because I
get
don't
to
want
it.
to.
And here we are in a car
Shuck
in
my
Little Rock
asshole.
talking shit. Huh? Shuck your own asshole, you shuck fuck.
If I would, I wouldn't be asking you.
Anyway, the movie's funny, dick.
Hey, I'm agreeing with you, man. I'm just spitting facts.
You know what is kind of another little annoyance? And now that I fucking think about it, this movie had a lot of little annoying things. If it wasn't so damn funny, I'd actually give it a worse score. Everything happened way too conveniently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got all this at this one spot. Oh, it just so happens we're next to this one spot. Oh, look. They kind of make fun of it. Do you remember in Pineapple Express when they have the guns and they're having the fight scene.
Yeah,
And then
it's
all of a sudden
over
there's
the
just
top.
more, and then there's just more guns as soon as they're out and they
Yeah.
just conveniently need them. This fucking movie is like that.
This is very true, and it kind of like I guess I do now see why it's not Predators 3, because if it was Predators 3, they would have. I mean, because man, old Danny, he'd have had his acting career back.
Right.
But yeah, it seems like they kind of ignore the past storylines with like how it happened with Arnold and.
Yeah, I feel like they went for the right tone. I feel like the tone was pretty right,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was the script was. I mean, but I'm not saying the script to any of the Predator films is fucking groundbreaking by any fucking means.
No, I mean the first one, the fucking
The
muscle
amount
arm
of
meme.
dude, the amount of cheese in these scripts. I mean, it's supposed to be cheesy, but I feel like the execution of the cheese is what was wrong. They tried to
Yeah.
be cheesy. See, they did the humor. I felt perfect. They nailed the humor, but they didn't nail the cheese. It came off as almost condescending, like they tried to make the cheese, but they were badass though. So like it didn't come
Yeah.
across cheesy. It came across like, that's kind of a fucking stupid thing to say. Like, why would anyone just say that when it's kind of implied? I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So if you were to rate this one, Justin, what do you rate it?
Man, as much as I had fun with this movie and liked it, and like it's gonna be in that high 60s, man.
Yeah.
Like a 67 feels like that's a good place for it.
Yeah, sadly, I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like it's really enjoyable. I mean, cinema nowadays, like it's hard not to be like that was fucking awesome, even though
Well,
there's a lot of issues with
It's
it.
because the visuals are so good now.
Yes,
like
this
even
is true.
shitty visuals will keep your attention because even the worst of the visuals these days are still pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The opening scene, dude, the scene where they kind of show you how they travel through space.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Dude.
Super fucking cool.
When that fucking scene happened, I was like, wait, why does this movie have bad reviews? This opening scene is incredible. Oh, it's because that's about it.
You find out why.
Yeah, it was a bit lackluster. I do enjoy the way they made the Predators look, and I do enjoy the kind of like the Predators story part.
That's I mean, I was literally just about to say that the Predator the Predator storyline I thought was super cool, and what the Predators were trying to do.
Yep.
And why they're in the movie type thing. And there's just like the human role. Because when I first saw the trailer, I could have swore the lead actor for like the Renegades.
Yes.
I was like, is that Draco Malfoy right there? But sadly, I probably would have liked this would have gotten a B.
Had it
If
been
it-
actually Draco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that would be like
excuse me.
another one made it from a series killing movie.
Right.
Because that's just what happens.
I feel like maybe they should have focused more on the Predators instead of the people and let the people kind of be like the second part of the story.
Yeah.
Whereas like this one, they focused on the people and the Predators were actually, I mean, honestly, dude, for a Predator film, they're barely fucking in it.
Well, I mean, they're in it, but it's.
And I'll tell you what, the ending, like the second ending, was fucking. I hated it.
Yes.
That's my new suit. I don't even care if it's spoilers. That's my new suit. What the fuck? Like, you mean to tell me you had this in your arsenal and you didn't use this at the fucking third act instead of the.
Well, they just like it explains that they just found it though.
Yeah, but they could have just found it and used it for real.
Yeah, but
It would have made it way more fucking interesting, especially those last scenes when they bring it from the city back to the jungle magically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about the convenient shit. They go
Yeah.
from like, oh, we're in a city.
Oh, we're in Mexico.
Now we're
But
in a
no,
fucking jungle.
We're in a jungle.
Yeah. It's a little too much. It is a
Yeah.
little too much. Damn, man. Now that I think about it, really all this movie is a comedy.
I mean, that's why I said. That's why I gave it a 60 score, man. Just because, I mean, IMDb it's a 6.0, which
Right.
it's still better than Aliens versus Predator.
Well, I think anything's better than that. So, would you buy it?
Man, I'll just buy it just because I do have that nostalgia feeling
Mm.
towards.
The collection? and-
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would too, just to have the collection. And I would probably watch it every now and then. And honestly, for a laugh, like it is genuinely funny.
Yeah, just how they went with the movie Predators with like Adrian Brody and shit. Like, I loved how intensely like gory and all the fight scenes that went on in that
Yup.
movie. I mean, they went from that, which I thought was super solid.
Yes.
Super solid movie. So kind of what it's like what they did with Jurassic World. They shouldn't have brought it back to the human jet.
Yep.
Or it should have. I don't know.
No, I feel the same
They
about that movie.
They could have done a lot better, but hey, it's the only other option is not having it. So I'd rather have
Right.
the see even just the visual experience of it.
Right. I actually, if I had to, like, if somebody asked me which one of these would you go see, I'd honestly have to say Clock in Its Walls.
I mean, it's surprisingly good.
It's surprisingly good and a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and probably mostly because the previews are not anywhere near what this movie is. Like, they don't even fucking get close to touching it.
I mean,
No, they're not.
it's definitely a lot funnier than I anticipated.
It's a lot
By
funnier.
a long shot.
And a lot more, just the story. It's weird, man. It's so weird. But anyway, so do you have anything else to say about any of these two?
The only thing I really have to say is I'm kind of glad that they did not set up a Clock in the Walls
Two?
for it to be a sequel, a trilogy, anything like that. They played the movie out,
Yeah.
and it ended.
It's a standalone,
Yes,
which in this day is almost never.
you know, I mean, they had you have a lot of shit going on, and it's hard not to want to just be like, well, we're gonna do the sequel.
Right. Well, babe, you got anything else to add to that?
I agree with you guys.
Well, all right, man. Another episode in the bags. This has been Ugly Dudes Movie Reviews episode. I lost count a long time ago. So everyone have a good night. If you like it, please do join us on the social medias. The links will be in the description of wherever the hell you're listening to this at. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a cop circling us in the parking lot. But
As he's driving away.
right. Well, he was coming around, and then I don't know if you noticed, he like made a different move. But anyway, I was like, oh shit.
This is a bad time to tell you, but I have about 30 kilos of that Colombian Bam Bam in the trunk.
You mean a trunk? Do you mean your ass?
I mean, prison wallet?
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, so I'm good. You good?
Man, I'm pretty golden.
All right. Well, everybody, if you go out to the movies this weekend, definitely check out A Clock in the Walls.
Fuck
And as
yes.
always, thanks for listening.